Alright, so today is the 30th of May. Finals in exactly 1 week from now, and I've got to seriously work my ass off. Quick channel update, got some new gear. Hopefully these will up the production value of these videos, so just make sure to subscribe to the channel. Yo, so I'm back with another video. If you don't know me, my name is Andrew. I'm a first year pre-med student studying in Perth, Western Australia, with graduate entry into medicine. So my first finals exam coming up in a couple of days. Quite honestly, I'm not that prepared. So I just wanted to show you what I'm doing leading up to the exam and how I'm best preparing myself with the limited amount of time I have. Now usually I'm not the person to leave things to the last minute, but this time just happens to be one of those cases. So what I'm going to be doing in these couple of days is active recall. I'm sure you know what active recall is. If you don't, it's essentially a study technique which requires you to actively recall bits of information from your memory in order to internalize it. It's proven effective rather than, let's say, trying to memorize a passage by reading it over and over again. The best example that I can think of that uses active recall effectively is flashcards. I know that Anki flashcards are pretty hot right now, but essentially when you're reading the question on the flashcard, you're challenging your brain to sort of dig in for the information required to answer the question. And then if you finally don't know the answer, then you turn over the flashcard and then you just repeat that process over and over again until that bit of information becomes part of your long-term memory. There's been tons of YouTube videos on active recall, so if you don't know what it is, just search up on the YouTube search bar active recall and I'm sure you'll find plenty of videos explaining to you pretty good. Now I don't advise cramming for exams. Usually active recall takes place over a long period of time throughout the semester, let's say. But fortunately for me, this semester, this medical science unit is sort of an introductory course to some of the principles that will be developed further down the line. So I'm banking on the fact that this introductory unit won't be too difficult, but this is my first finals uni exam, so I really don't know what to expect. Hopefully it'll all go well and it won't be too difficult. So now I'm just going to show you sort of the thought process I go through when I'm using active recall in my study. So now I'm just scrolling through my question bank. I come across a question, let's say question 5 of lecture 18, which is about DNA transcription. I ask myself, can I answer these questions without having to Google search the answer or look through a textbook? In this case, I know what a promoter sequence is, I know what an RNA coding region is, and I know what a terminator region is. So it's safe to say that this bit of information I already have locked into my memory. So now I'm just going to scroll through my question bank and repeat the process. Now let's say I come across a question which I don't know how to answer. For example, question 13, it's asking what a TAT box is. Now this question is quite specific and I don't think my knowledge of the topic is good enough so that I can answer the question by myself. So what I'll do is highlight the question, and so that next time when I return to this question, I'll know that I need to prioritize this sort of information. And because I don't know how to answer the question on my own, I'll look up the answer, or in this case it's already written down, and then I'll repeat the process for all of the questions I have, actively trying to recall bits of information in order to consolidate the memorization process. Now this is just what I'm doing leading up to the exam. Everyone is a bit different in how they learn and study, so it might not work for everyone. But I hope you find some value in this video and learn a thing or two from what I'm doing. So usually before my exams I don't like to get too stressed out. So I'm just going to meet up with a couple of mates, hit my local beach, go for a swim in the surf, and yeah, it'll be good. Peace off.
Yeah, it will be good.